What is up, everybody? Welcome to the 322 UFC Breakdown. This is the Beats and Eats show. I am Eddie, and I am here with my man, Adam, who apparently is the president.
Hello. I am the president, of nothing. Absolutely nothing.
That's right. What's up, my brother? How you doing?
Oh, man, just getting functional. It's a very early 11:21 a.m. and just trying to get the motor running here. Yeah, man.
Taipei times, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully the audio is good. Hopefully the video is good. If anyone's out there, let us know how it is. We're going to jump right in, right? What do you think of the 322 card before we jump in?
Card's amazing, man. I mean, it's like, I think the last card, the Aspinall card.
Yeah.
Obviously, there was some decent stuff. The eye poke was obviously kind of deflated the whole thing. Yeah. And
what do you think of the eye poke, man? Did you think he could have? Because a lot of people are like, oh, no, he was losing. So blah, blah, blah. Now other people are like, no, he can't see. He needs to stop. What's your opinion on that?
Yeah. I mean, looking at the video, like, he poked both of his eyes simultaneously and one of the fingers like really went in. So, I mean, Aspinall seems like a pretty straightforward guy. He doesn't seem like a bullshitter, and he doesn't seem like he's really afraid of anybody, like to fight anyone. I think actually, even if Gon was piecing him up a little bit, I think he actually said multiple times that he wanted to have a fight that lasted a little longer because so many of his fights ended so quickly. He didn't really get time to kind of, get his things going. So I think he was cool with it, but I do think the poke was enough to where he thought he wasn't going to be able to fight well, and if he thinks that, I mean, he seems like he doesn't seem like the kind of guy who would bail on the fight, because of that. The eye poke looked pretty bad. Obviously some guys will fight through, but I don't know if that's always the best idea, right?
Yeah, I agree. I think it was a smart decision because it was getting, I think it wasn't really getting beat, but it was the first time he got pieced up a little bit. And then the eye poke, I mean, if he wasn't able to see, I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to fight like one of the top guys in the world and, blind? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. And I think to the idea of losing your belt to someone when they kind of cheated, I mean, I don't think Gon did it on purpose necessarily, but man, to poke both of the eyes at the same time, it's kind of a little much, It's not like it was like a graze because he was hitting him. It's like he just stuck his fingers in his eyes.
Yeah,
and it's kind of like, man, the rules. You're not going to punch somebody in the back of the head. You're not going to, kick him in the face when you're on the ground. Yeah. I mean, so you just got to kind of do that. And I think obviously Gon was disappointed, but I can't fault Aspinall for that. I mean, if he can't. The guy's not used to fighting with one eye. So,
I mean, yeah, who would? He said that when he got poked, one was like gray. It was just like, which is kind of crazy. Like when you smash a monitor or something and it kind of flickers gray. Yeah. That would be crazy to fight, a UFC belt, like that. That'd be rough.
Yeah. Why lose your belt? Like when, I think if Aspinall made that decision, I think he made it for the right reasons.
Yeah,
and
I think so.
I think it's annoying because everybody was kind of looking forward to seeing the outcome and probably hoping that fight would lead possibly to a John Jones, Tom Aspinall thing. Let's kind of get to the good stuff.
Yeah. John wants him now,
but it didn't, and it was kind of in the card. It's not like there was
a bit of a stutter,
it's not like there was so much happening in the card early on where you were like, wow, another fight. It was kind of like you got to that fight and it was like, all right, finally,
Speaking of one of those cards, right? The one that's coming up.
Yeah, I mean, some of the cards, you get like 3 fights into the main card or 2 fights in, and you're like, you can't believe that there's still fights left. You're like, man, that was a pay-per-view, and you've got 3 fights to go that are amazing. So it wasn't that kind of a card. And I think the fact that it wasn't that strong of a card and that happened, it wasn't so great for Aspinall. It kind of made him, look bad to some people, but
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I agree. So let's look at this card. Let me see if it looks how it's looking. Okay, let's look at the new one. Obviously, the main fight, right? That's the one we
Yeah.
want to talk about a little bit more, right? So,
Yeah.
what's your opinion on that? I mean, Islam Makhachev, right? He's moving up.
Yeah.
JDM is a new champ who had a close fight, I think, with Bilal to get that belt.
Yeah.
And I think Bilal kind of dropped the ball a little bit by not, focusing more on the chain wrestling. But
Yeah.
we both thought that Bilal, we probably would have gave it to Bilal on that one, to be honest.
Yeah. Everybody kind of, I mean, all the people I talked to thought that, JDM kind of clearly won. I thought
Yeah,
Bilal was, as far as, I mean, Bilal's face got pieced up. That's for sure. I mean,
sure.
it
Yeah.
was like dirty boxing, and just like both guys were, kind of knocking the crap out of each other.
Yep. Yep. True.
But so thinking about JDM and Islam. So like, what do we have to go on? Well, we look back to like what happened with Volk in Islam, right? Or more
Sure.
importantly, what happened with Poirier in Islam?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Poirier obviously has the hands.
Okay. We got a little
It
action
dis
in the back there.
it
We're good.
disappeared. Yeah, yeah, a little
That's okay.
action.
We're good. You're the
Poor,
president. You can do what you want. It's all good.
that's yeah. I just hit it. I clicked a button. I was done with it. I clicked a
Yeah,
button and got rid of
exactly.
it.
Magic.
I knew
Yeah.
it was going to happen too. I was kind of
Yeah.
like waiting. I was waiting. Um, that's what happens when you stick a poster up last minute. So as far as JDM goes, I think Poirier's hands relative to JDM, at least in his weight class. I mean, Poirier is was one of the best boxers in the UFC.
Yeah.
Honestly speaking, I think Poirier has heavier hands, at least for his weight class, than JDM
Okay.
does.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because he obviously, I feel like JDM like does a lot of damage over. He's like a max with heavier
Like an
hands.
accumulation guy, right?
Yeah,
Accumulation of damage. Yeah. Yeah. Like not really
but
like a one
he
punch
doesn't
guy. Okay.
he doesn't have Ilya to Poirier power, clearly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I think the problem is Islam actually does have pretty heavy hands, made clear with the fight with Charles. I mean, he knocked Charles.
Yeah.
Charles gets caught by everybody,
True.
but Islam's boxing, Islam was able to stand with Poirier, and
True.
and obviously at the end, submit him.
Yeah.
So think about what's the difference between Islam's submission game and Bilal's submission game. Islam's submission game, in my opinion, is on a totally different level.
Of course.
Islam,
Yeah.
the Dagestani guys are like chess players. They're not in there like fighting to be like, I mean, they're in there with a clear game plan, and they have worked out like every possible scenario,
Yep.
and they have strategies for every possible scenario. That's why they don't lose.
Agree.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's why they don't lose.
And they don't they don't really make mistakes. Like they just drill things over and
No, man,
over and over
it's
and
a
over.
science to them. It's
Yeah.
it's not street brawling. That's why the
Yeah.
Dagestanis are so good. I think that's also like interestingly with Umar and Merab.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that Merab has that kind of caucus like craziness
Okay.
and that insane cardio where he was Umar wasn't able to implement that plan with a guy who was operating on a crazy level above him.
Gotcha.
Even though Merab didn't submit him, like
Yeah.
obviously Merab's power and cardio, it was like watching he and Umar, it was crazy, man.
That was
I
like
mean,
fight of the year almost, right? That was such a good fight. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, because he was just like Umar couldn't even fight him at the end.
Yeah.
But
By the end, he was done. Yeah.
But Merab's weak point, which he's worked on, was Merab should have submitted him, right? If that would have been Islam, fighting Umar. Obviously, it wouldn't be, but if that was, he would have submitted him. He would have finished him. There's no way he would have showboated and let it continue on.
Okay.
So I think that if we look at Bilal and JDM, first of all, JDM wasn't able to finish him.
True.
And so you got a guy who, honestly, I think Islam's hands are heavier than Bilal's.
Okay.
And I think Islam's grappling and the Sambo stuff, I think it's on a totally it's just on a more advanced level. So on paper, I feel like Islam has the clear advantage. That being said, Jack is pretty confident going in, and Jack's takedown defense is good. So we go back to the first Volk versus Islam fight, and Volk's takedown defense against Islam was amazing. And again, Islam couldn't finish him. And then at the end of the fight, we saw Volk on top of him, hammering him.
We thought that was a lot of people were like, oh, Volk got robbed, but actually Volk just did well, and he surprised the world where
that's exactly right.
Islam looked human, right? Islam is amazing.
Volk did not dominate. And so I think the thing that I keep thinking about, where UFC is at right now, where MMA is at right now, if your answer to someone having next level grappling is to have a good takedown defense, like to not be able to actually grapple with them, to me, I think like you're missing a huge part of the game. Like if your plan is to try to just get out of it so you can do what you're good at because you can't do what he does as well. I don't think that's a great game plan, right?
It's not. It's kind of like, oh man, I'm really a good second place guy, when it's a two-man race in a fight.
Yeah.
Right?
At this point, in MMA, grappling is at such a high level. The bar has been set so high by the Dagestanis.
Sure. Yeah.
That it's like, how can you really compete for a belt? Shown clearly with DDP.
And Khamzat.
Yeah. I mean, Khamzat.
I think it might be similar. I have the feeling that this one might be similar. I know that people are saying he's got these hands, he's got the boxing, right? JDM, and he does, but the wrestling level of
that's the thing, man. Your boxing,
right?
Boxing isn't useful if somebody neutralizes you the entire fight.
Agree. So I think that he might, stuff a takedown or whatever, but I don't see him stuffing it. I see him maybe kind of, blocking it, I guess. But I think that Islam and Khabib and these guys, they go for one, and then they pivot to another one, and then they pivot to another one, and they just keep pivoting. You can stop the first 1, 2, 3, but like number 7, you're getting taken down. They'll just keep going and going and going until it's over.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think the Dagestanis are more chess players than they are fighters. I mean, that's why, like, when Islam beat when he beat Volk the first time, like you could see he was like, yeah. And everyone else was like, dude, what are you so excited about? Like, this guy was raining down fists on you while you watched the clock tick down, because the only thing you cared about was winning the fight. You didn't care about how you won. You didn't care about the fact that everybody thought you looked totally weak on the way out of the fight, because this guy who was coming up a weight division, who's smaller than you, was kicking your ass at the end of the fight. That doesn't bother you. The only thing that bothers you is that you got the win.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like that's kind of the Dagestani mentality. They just want to win. They don't really care how that happens. They just have to win. And
I think that they just tie everything together, and then because they are so dominant in wrestling, they can really plant their feet. They can really throw bombs because no one's trying to take them down. And if somebody does try to take them down, that's amazing for them. It's like, the jiu-jitsu 2.0, right? If you take a jiu-jitsu guy down, he's super happy. That's fantastic. That's his world, right? So I think that's what's up, man. So you got a prediction for this one or what? Let's see.
Yeah. Well, so again, I have like my prediction on paper is clearly Islam, because Islam
Sure.
is big and strong. He didn't have to go through a miserable camp.
Yeah.
He was able to actually eat, like probably not normally, but more normally.
Yeah.
And he just looks happy and relaxed. And a happy and relaxed Islam, I don't think is a great thing for JDM.
Yeah. We've never
It,
seen that before though. So maybe he's groggy. Hopefully not. I think Islam is just gonna I think he's gonna, dog walk this JDM. I think JDM is great. He's a contender series guy. He got the title.
yeah.
It was a tough one. But Islam, it's been very rare that anyone's even able to compete with Islam. I know people are saying he's moving up. He's smaller. He doesn't look smaller.
He does, man. When he stood
Yeah,
next to JDM on
yeah,
the top of that building,
yeah,
like they looked exactly the same size.
yeah. And Islam he's always been all the Dagestani guys, right? But also the AKA guys like DC. So he's been wrestling with DC, and DC is massive, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think that the size is going to be much.
And again, the Dagestanis kind of rigged the system to so they'll cut as much weight as they have to just to get
Yeah,
the win.
sure.
I mean,
Sure.
I think they cut more weight than other people. They don't care about. They just
Them
care
and
about
them and
getting.
Alex.
Yeah, they just care
Yeah,
about getting the win, right? And
yeah,
so, I but I have to say that the caveat being, what's different about Jack is that Jack is his tenacity.
yeah. Sure.
Jack is a fighter, and
Yeah,
Jack likes to he doesn't, and even his coach said this, he doesn't mind the fight going long. He likes to fight.
yeah. He doesn't mind
That
getting punched in the face. Yeah,
that could be the problem for Islam, is that Jack doesn't get discouraged at all,
yeah,
and just keeps catching him.
yeah,
And if Islam gets caught, if he gets stung enough times, where he starts to get apprehensive and he starts to kind of, I mean, we saw like what happened with Alex and Magomed. Magomed,
yeah,
when he got touched up, he went for that like head down
yeah,
takedown,
yeah.
which was totally ineffective, and then Alex
Sure.
obviously pulverized him.
Yeah,
So I do think JDM has a path to win this fight. I do.
yeah.
Because of, he's just got this thing where he doesn't quit.
He
And I
seems
think
unbreakable mentally, right? That's what it seems like.
he is, and he feels, I don't think he's, I think he's, after his fight with Bilal, I think he's feeling, good, but I don't think he realizes, well, maybe he does, but I think he knows how good Islam is.
It's hard
But
to not know. Yeah, yeah,
but it's a fight. So Islam can be as calculated as he wants to be. He can, kind of tick all the boxes and say, okay, well, if this happens, this works. If this happens,
yeah.
that's great until, as the saying goes, until someone hits you in the face.
True. Mike Tyson.
When
Yeah,
and we know that Islam, even though it was a long time ago, Islam got knocked out.
yeah.
So Islam
True.
is not, he does not have an iron chin. That
Adriano
means
Martins. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember
that
that fight.
means
Everybody was like, "What?"
that
Yeah,
means if Jack catches him, which is
sure.
very possible because Jack has good hands.
And he's moved up, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
if Jack catches him, I think that Jack could win. So on paper, I think Islam wins the fight because, as we both said, he could just neutralize Jack's stand up.
yeah,
However, if Jack's hands are fast and he's able to do enough on the feet to compromise Islam, I think Jack could win the fight. So I'm
okay.
a
Like
little bit.
10%, 20%. What are you thinking? 80% Islam, 20% Jack.
Oh man,
Less
I'd give a little bit more to Jack. I would say,
70,
honestly,
30.
I would say 60-40,
Oh, wow.
because
Okay.
because of how slick Jack's takedown defense is, and because of how, I mean, look at how well Volk did.
True.
And Volk was coming up a weight class. Islam was already down a weight class from where he should have been, and
Yeah.
Volk still stuffed his takedowns.
True.
So if Volk was able to do that, I think Jack's takedown defense is even better, and Jack's bigger and stronger.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It just kind of depends. I think everybody knows, and Islam has said it too. Like everybody knows Islam is a much better wrestler. Like that's very clear,
Sure.
and that's
Yeah.
going to be his thing. So
Yeah.
Jack knows that too. Jack has got a contingency plan, and I think the
Yeah.
idea is going to be to do enough damage to somewhat compromise Islam's takedowns and to force him to stand up. And if Islam only stands with Jack, I think
That's
Jack.
what Bilal kind of did. That's not a good idea.
It's
Yeah.
not a good idea.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Jack will. I think Jack will take Islam on the feet. I do. That being said,
I
I
think
think
so. Yeah.
Islam has heavy hands.
I also think that like Islam, yeah, he's got Habib, right? Habib he's watching from the side. He knows, right? So I think that Bilal's mistake was he wanted to show his hands, his Canelo hands. He was saying, right?
His Jello hands.
Yeah, yeah. So then
yeah, man,
he wanted to kind of John Jones him, where you beat him at your own game, and I think that's what cost Bilal. I think Bilal could have won that fight, and I think that. I think Islam, for me, I think Islam's like a 90%, man. So yeah, I think it's,
yeah.
Can
okay.
you get caught? Of course, puncher's chance for sure.
Hearing you say that, I'll go 60-30 then. I'll give Jack 30 and I'll give Islam no. What am I saying? 70-30.
70-30. Okay. Got it.
Yeah,
Sounds
I'll give Islam 70. I'll give Jack 30 because I feel like Jack may have an answer, but man, dude, how do you defend yourself against like the Dagestani glue technique where they just stick themselves to you?
Just
no,
you can't.
Yeah.
So what about the co-main, man? What do you think about this? We got Zhang Weili giving up her belt to move up and fight Valentina. They've both been dominating their divisions.
Yeah.
And let me know, what do you think about this one?
My gut tells me Valentina.
Yeah.
I think obviously Zhang Weili won't quit. She's like a Tasmanian devil once she gets going. Yep. However, I think Valentina can drop her. You know?
Well, Rose did, right? Thug Rose knocked her out, right?
Yeah, I think Valentina could put her lights out with a kick. My feeling is that Valentina is going to catch her with a head kick because Weili's pretty short.
She's small, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Valentina's. We saw how that played out with Volk and Islam. It was pretty easy for Islam to plant his foot on the dome and just end it.
True.
So if Valentina's good with her legs,
yeah,
I don't think Valentina's going to want to grapple with Weili because Weili's got that like wrestling body, man. She's so thick,
the tank,
and she's really tough. And she's just ferocious. She's like kind of psycho ferocious when she gets in there, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So my instinct tells me Valentina. I think it could go either way. Obviously, it could always go either way, but we'll see if Weili has maybe Weili's. She's a really hard worker, so maybe she's got some stuff. But as far as keeping the distance, as far as managing distance, I think Valentina's got that. And if she could plant one where she needs to, that's my guess.
I also think Valentina, she's also really strong. So I know that, what was her name? Jessica Andrade, when she was fighting people in the 115-pound weight class, everybody would say she was just like this absolute like monster. She would just ragdoll everybody. And then when she moved up, she was also doing that and kind of ragdolling people. And then when she fought Valentina, she went to her strength and she grabbed Valentina, and Valentina was stronger than her, and she was kind of like, oh my gosh, somebody's stronger than me. It's like a powerful like bully getting ragdolled. The person who ragdolls everybody go into their go-to signature move and then getting ragdolled. So Valentina's strong as well. I think Zhang Weili is strong, but I don't know if she's going to be stronger than Valentina. And if she's not stronger, I think that's going to be tough.
Yeah, I agree. And I don't think Weili's going to give up. Obviously, she doesn't.
No, she has to.
So the only way she's going to go down is her lights are going to get put out, or she's going to get submitted.
Agreed.
I think submitting her is harder because of her body type. I think it's hard to submit somebody who's smaller, more compact, and really kind of strong. I think submitting a longer person is easier.
Sure. So it makes sense. Yeah. Yeah.
But I think, yeah, something's telling me that Valentina's going to plant the foot on her head and put the lights out.
Head
Now,
kick KOs.
now, because I said that, you know,
Now
Weili's going to choke her out. So
yeah, exactly. That
we'll
happens.
see what
That's funny.
happens. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's a good prediction.
Yeah.
Valentina easily. Yeah. Valentina.
It's going to be, it's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be easy. I think it could take a while because of, you know, again, Weili's tenacity, man. She just doesn't give up. And she's, you know, she goes pretty psycho out there. I mean, she's like full on. So yeah, we'll see.
I think she leaves herself open though, because
she does,
because she just is just wailing away.
Yeah.
And if she connects, she puts anyone out. But I think Valentina is just like a 17-time champion Muay Thai or something. Like her stand-up is ridiculous. Yeah. So
yeah,
I actually really like both of them. So I don't want to see either of them lose.
I do too. Yeah, they're both great, and they're both really cool with each other, right? Like when they did the face-off, they were like, hey, you could tell that they're both really respectful.
Exactly.
So it's hard to. The vibe between Jack and Islam was a little different. It was a little more tense.
Yeah, for sure. Well, guys are probably different too, I think.
Sure,
right?
Sure.
If I'm going to fight this guy, I'm not going to be, you know, his best friend for
until
after. After we'll see what happens. Yeah,
man.
That's funny. All right, so let's go back. We've got Jack and Islam. We got this one. We got Sean Brady. What do we got for Sean Brady and Michael Morales? What do you think of that fight, man?
Man, Brady looked great the last fight. So kind of hard
though. Yeah.
Kind of hard for me to, after Brady's last performance, I feel like I kind of feel like he's got the wind in his sails and he might be heading up, you know. That's my gut, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, I'd have to, I know less about Morales, so I'm not sure. What do you think?
I mean, he's undefeated, right? I think he's looking really good, but I think that Brady is too big of a step, and I think that once Brady gives Morales his first loss, then he'll move up for, you know, he's knocking off contenders and stuff. He'll move up for a title shot. I think that this is kind of like a title eliminator. And I think especially if Brady wins that, he'll get a shot, and he deserves it. He looks great.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'll kind of go with Brady. I think that's a safe bet on this one.
Yep, I agree. I think that one loss was Bilal too, so their records are really close. 18-1 and 18-0.
Yeah, I watched. I watched some of that fight with Bilal, and I think Brady also seems like a guy who's really learning and adjusting as he goes. You know, there are guys who kind of lose, and then win, and then lose again, and then win, and then lose again, and they don't adjust. Brady, I feel like Brady's on top of it, and he's like in the moment making those adjustments that he needs to make. But his attitude seems pretty, seems pretty in the pocket right now. I think.
And I'm looking also, Morales is from Ecuador. So if he's training, I don't know that much about him, but if he's training in Ecuador, then the sparring partners and that is probably going to be of a lesser quality, right? Even Cheeto Vera kind of, you know, trains in the States. Yeah. But yeah, man, to be honest, I'm excited for that fight. The whole card is a banger. So
man, it's a great card.
What about this? What about this right here? Boom. Leon Edwards is back. Right?
He is.
Carlos
headshot.
Yeah. Has he? I'm trying to remember if he's fought after losing the belt. I don't think so. Has he fought after he lost the belt? Do you know that one? I'm trying to.
I don't think he has.
I don't think he has. Right,
man. That was a decisive. I mean, I remember Bilal like planting him on his head. That was a rough.
I want to say that was like a year and a half ago. Like it's been a long time. It seems like, right?
Yeah, because Bilal's lost the belt in that time. Yeah. So I mean, you know, here we are. Jack's making, you know, his defense. Yeah. So this is an interesting one.
Edwards versus Brady. Edwards. So Bilal. Sorry, Bilal. He lost to Bilal, and then he lost to Sean Brady. Okay.
Oh,
So there
that's
you go.
right.
There you
That's
go.
right.
That's
That's
right.
right. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, perfect. I stand corrected. Yeah.
that's right.
Fourth round
So I
submission. Okay.
think, um, man, I think Leon on this one.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
feeling. Yeah, I think Carlos is cool. Obviously, the last fight, I think the fighting nerds, like all of them lost,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. The fighting nerds are in a slump, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that Carlos, what all I remember is like the last post fight press conference. Everybody was like, "Why does this smell like cigarette smoke up here?"
Oh, that's this
It's
guy.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
because Carlos was smoking a cigarette in the
Yes.
building. Like everyone was
That's
just like, "Ugh,
hilarious.
ugh."
It's
Um,
too funny.
Carlos is great, man. He's a great
Yeah.
fighter, and his camp seem to say that he's been training harder, like he actually wants to win this more
Yeah.
than some of his previous fights because he's fighting a previous champion.
Yeah.
Um,
It's tough. It's tough to count Leon out, but we have to see. He lost the belt. Average Joe. Hey, what's up? We got a comment. Hey, what's going on, my man? You're just testing some stuff out here. Yeah. So Leon Edwards, he's on a skid, right? But
yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Let's see how he does. See if he can recover from that, right? Because he's
So,
also like, what is he age wise here? What was it saying on there?
well,
Didn't have the age. Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
Let's see.
Leon's kryptonite is somebody who's a really good wrestler grappler, right? That's
Yeah,
Leon's kryptonite. Leon has obviously he's got fast hands and fast
yeah,
feet. Um, Carlos is not a grappler, so
yeah, yeah,
I don't think. Uh, I think Leon has a pretty good chance of winning this fight. But again, Leon is in the position he's in. Leon's hands are better than Bilal's, but Leon's
yeah,
in the position he's in because he doesn't have an answer to an advanced ground game.
yeah.
If you don't have at this point in mixed martial arts, if your answer to someone's advanced ground game is takedown defense, like that's all you got, like you
Yeah,
can't like it's not even in the conversation that you could effectively grapple with this person. It's like
true.
that's half of the fight that's
Yeah,
done for you right there.
agree.
So I think at this point Alex Pereira is the one unusual, like he
Yeah,
stands out, like like nobody's ever really like he doesn't ever have to grapple because he just knocks people out.
it's true.
And so Alex is kind of special. I mean, Alex is a special fighter.
But you have to be in like the 100th percentile of striking for that, right? Which I don't
Alex
think Leon is.
Alex's hands and his feet are so heavy. Like
Yeah,
he knocks people out so easily. It's like Ilia Topuria, but twice as big, So
yeah,
people are so afraid of getting hit by him because they know that the fight's going to be over, that
yeah,
even people with
yeah.
ground games, they handle him differently because they don't want to be knocked out, right?
True. True.
But that's not the case here. And it's so I think Leon is in his wheelhouse. I think this is a good fight for Leon. I think Carlos for sure has momentum, but I think Leon can kind of check him as Carlos
Sure.
ascends. I think Leon has kind of become a gatekeeper,
Yeah.
And again, Leon wouldn't
yeah.
have been champion. He wouldn't have beat Kamaru Usman
Yeah.
if he didn't kind of, and obviously he won the fight, but Usman was winning that fight,
Yeah.
like decidedly winning that fight.
The classic speech of, he's kind of like the Rocky, right? The Rocky movie where he was just getting his ass kicked the whole fight.
Yeah.
And then, the last round, the coach is like, don't let him bully you, son, and he goes and he head kick KOs him, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that Leon can do that, but not against somebody with so I think this is a good fight for Leon. I think that Leon is going to kind of do a kind of a gate check for Carlos. That being said, Carlos is a great fighter, and if Carlos catches him with the spinning elbow, but man, Leon's so good on his feet.
He's very clean. He's very smooth.
He's super clean, and he's got really fast hands.
Technique is really good.
So I think Carlos is going to have to do something else. if he
Yeah.
wants, like, rely on his jiu-jitsu or something if he wants to
I
beat
think he's gonna have to
Leon.
make it a little dirty too. He's gonna have to do something because Leon is very, very clean.
Super
Like
slick. Yeah.
yeah, his
He's got great
strikes. He's
hands.
just like he's great. So
Yeah.
yeah.
My gut tells me Leon on this one. And then I
Okay.
think Carlos still is going to go up, but Carlos, if he loses this, he'll have to make adjustments. Unless
Yeah.
Carlos like implements some masterful ground game where he's able to, like, jujitsu
Yeah.
Leon into a submission,
Well, the
maybe.
Fighting Nerds, they've got really good they've got a really good team, and they've got really good like coaches and stuff. And so I think
Yeah.
they've got their fight IQ. That's the word I was looking for. Their fight IQ is really good. So
Yeah. I
I
mean,
think yeah, if he starts losing on the feet, he'll adjust, and if he makes it to in between rounds, the guys on the side will be like, okay, plan B. Yeah.
right. And funnily enough, right? So the fact that Carlos, smokes and kind of makes it's like a
Yeah.
kind of a joke that he smokes,
Yeah.
man, if it's a 5-rounder, right? Or
I
is it a
don't
3-rounder? I
think
might be wrong.
so.
Leon's
What's
lost
wait?
two.
I think it's three. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because
Oh
it's
man,
it's
it's
way
3.
down
Okay.
on the card. Yeah.
So yeah, if it's 3,
Okay,
so
that's
that's
different.
that's
That's better
really
for Carlos. Yeah.
yeah, because Leon is not going to gas out in 5 rounds, I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Carlos would, but if it's a 3-rounder, I think
Yeah.
Carlos has a way better chance.
Yeah.
And
I think it's going to be close. Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's going to be close. These are two guys who are good at the same thing,
Yeah.
but I think Leon pieces him up and takes it. That's my
Okay.
guess.
I think. Yeah. I think probably. I think I'm going to go with Carlos by decision because I don't see. Yeah, I mean, if whether they piece each other up, I don't see anyone finishing anyone in 3 rounds. So yeah, let's see how that one looks. Good.
Yeah.
There's still such a great card here. What else we got? We got Benil Dariush and Benoit Saint Denis.
That is a cool fight.
That's kicking off the main card. So that'll be 11 a.m. Come to watch the fights at Eddie's. You coming out or what? Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Of course.
Yeah, you got to be there, brother. Let's go. Benil Dariush.
Fighting followed by amazing Mexican food, dude.
Yeah, let's get it. Yeah.
How do you not do that?
And because of daylight savings time, it's later, right? Main starts at 11. So
that's great. That's beautiful.
I'll be there. I'm there for the prelims. I like to watch prelims and stuff. But yeah,
I'll be there early with you for the prelims.
Yeah, let's get the prelims, man. We'll talk about one prelim in a sec here. But
I'll grab you a coffee on the way in.
Perfect. Yeah, I love it. Thanks, man. So Benil Dariush, he was up, he was down. He's trying to get back up there again.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. Benoit also, he was up. He was getting all the way to the top. He got to Dustin Poirier. He was the heavy favorite, and he got finished.
Yeah.
And then he's been kind of up, down, and I believe he's up again. I believe his last fight was, let's double check that. He beat Rufy. He was yes, I remember that.
Right.
It was a great fight. He beat Rufy, yeah.
That's right. Yeah, he was really like, I remember how, because obviously Benil's getting up there, and
sure.
And he was super emotional at the end of the fight, at the end of his last win, because I think he was feeling like, man, is this it for me? And then kind of pulling that win out was a big deal for him.
Yeah.
I think the rough thing about this fight is I think both of these guys are going to take a lot of damage, because I think that Benoit kind of, even though I'm sure he's trying to adjust, Benoit comes in like a wrecking ball and he gasses himself.
True.
That could mean that Benil gets him on the ground. Now, obviously, they both have decent ground games, but I feel like Benil's got a lot of experience, man. So
he does. He's fought all the big guys. Like, let's check out who he's fought. He's fought almost every, he beat Moicano. I remember that.
Yeah.
He lost to Sarukian. Oh no. Yeah. He did. Yeah, he lost to Sarukian. Arman. Did he beat him here? Yeah, Charles, right? I don't remember that one. Okay. Anyways, yeah.
Benil's
Charles,
Benil's one of those guys who kind of hangs there right at the top,
Yeah.
Kind of like a Justin Gaethje.
Yeah.
not fighting style wise, but
Yeah.
it's this guy that hangs like right at the top and doesn't ever quite get over the line,
Yeah.
but doesn't ever fall down in the rankings because he's too
Sure.
good. So
Yeah.
it's this weird like kind of limbo where you're not quite special enough to cross the line
Yeah.
and to take the belt, but you're so good that nobody
Yeah.
coming up can beat you. It's a weird position to be in, right?
It's like a you're a top 5 or a top 3 forever. You're
Yeah.
like forever, but just that 1% that gets you to the championship belt
Yeah.
seems to be kind of missing, right? Or
Yeah,
not missing, but it's something. Yeah.
it kind of takes something different, right? It takes
Yeah.
a different like a special skill set where there's something that's
Yeah.
kind of uncommon about the way you fight.
Yeah.
And I think more importantly, more than the hands or the feet, I think it's the mind. You know, like
Yeah.
Elia is so kind of, I don't know if he's delusional or if he's because you know he says he's going to do something and he does it. He
Yeah. The
seems
delusional thing
delusional.
is important. It's
He
important. Like
seems
Prime Connor, right? Prime
Yeah.
Connor, Mystic Mac, because I predict these things, right? Mystic Mac, you have to be. You have
Well,
to be.
it didn't work out so well with Khabib, but yeah.
Well, yeah.
And again, Connor was a perfect example of the highest profile version of what I said earlier,
Yeah.
which is if your answer to somebody with an advanced ground game is takedown defense, like if that's what you got, like
Yeah.
if you're not able to grapple them competently or wrestle them or whatever, it's like, man, like you're kind of lucky if you win. And
Yeah.
so
Oh, yeah, for sure. And
that being
Khabib even clipped Connor, right? And he put Connor down for I think it was the
yeah,
third
I mean,
round.
if it was a stand-up fight, clearly Connor would have won the fight. Like if they
Of
just
course. Yeah.
stood up, you know, because
Yeah.
Khabib's stand-up was pretty weird. I mean, the way he threw punches and stuff, it
Sure.
was pretty like,
Definitely.
but he was such an animal. You know, his Khabib's mindset, man. Khabib was just a killer.
Yeah.
And that's why he dominated. That's why people love to watch him fight because once he went in for the kill, like he didn't go into showboat. He went into like submit somebody and finish them and like take their power away. Like that was
Yeah.
his thing.
Agree.
And he was more masterful at that than Islam because I think Khabib is meaner than Islam is. I think
Okay.
I think Islam is really talented, but I think Islam has that inner animal inside of him where when you watch him fight, you're like, oof, man,
Yeah.
that dude is as serious as a heart attack. You
Tough
know?
one, man. That's a tough one for sure. I think so too. I think Islam has better striking though, for sure. But I think
no question. Yeah.
he's trying to make it better. Yeah.
He's
It's
chipped
tough.
away at it with Javier and he's, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, for him to be able to stand. So, you know, look how Islam was able to stand with Dustin. And then look what happened to Benoit Saint Denis when he stood with Dustin, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he was doing well and then he just got cracked and he was done.
He got cracked. Yeah. Dustin just had heavier hands. But, you know, I so wanted to see I so wanted to see Dustin win that fight. But I knew that in the end, like Dustin, again,
he's not getting the belt.
Takedown defense is not an answer to someone's grappling. You got to be able to. That's why everybody was so bummed out when Arman had the quote unquote back injury.
Oh, God,
because people wanted to see this guy who possibly could out grapple Islam. It's like that's what everyone wanted to see. Everyone wanted to finally see somebody who could compete with Islam on that level, not somebody who could like, okay, I'm going to do my takedown defense and then try to hit you.
Yeah.
That was why I think that was.
But
Dana was. That's why Dana has made Arman suffer for that. So
he's got the grudge. Yeah, it's too funny. But I think, I think that Arman, he's good. I think he's good. I saw some videos of what was it like a Russian kind of The Ultimate Fighter. Yeah, and the two coaches were Arman and Hamzat.
That's right.
And Hamzat's way bigger, obviously, right?
Yeah.
But they did you know, kind of a wrestling thing, and Hamzat just ragdolled the hell out of Arman. He's way bigger, but still, it was pretty crazy to see. I thought, oh, this is going to be tight, and then Hamzat would just, Arman was like running away. It was crazy. Yeah, it's a tough one.
Hamzat is so good at
Yeah,
what he does that, like, when you hear the word DDP now, or when you hear
yeah,
the letters DDP, you're like, who is that?
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
he neutralized him in such a, I hate to say it because I think, but I can't fight DDP, but he humiliated him, like,
yeah, exactly.
really.
It was rough. Yeah, it was
That's
rough. Yeah,
why
yeah. And
that's
I
why
like
you
DDP. He's good. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
why you hear nothing from DDP.
yeah. And DDP's
Before
coach
that,
was saying, yeah,
before
in
that,
6 months we'll
every
be back.
sentence out of DDP's mouth was, I'm the champion. I'm act like a
Yeah,
champion. I'm a champion. Did I mention I'm a
yeah,
champion? I'm a
yeah,
champion. My legacy. It was like, and then Kamsat did that, and like, it's like crickets, nothing.
yeah.
Zilcho.
I
Dude,
just, yeah,
Hamzat's a beast, man, and he's a master, and he's big, and he's nuts. Like, there's no
yeah,
question, man. When you look at that guy,
yeah.
he's like he's an
Seems to have a few
expert.
screws loose, right? And I think, yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
does,
He's,
and in the
yeah,
same way, that
in a good
Marab
way though.
does.
Yeah,
Marab is like the happy version, and
yeah,
Kamzat is like the kind of darker version.
sure,
But both of
sure,
those
makes sense.
cats have that kind of caucus, uh, just that other gear, man. That people who grow up like with a really easy, comfortable life, they don't have that gear because
Yeah, it's tough.
they've never had to have it. Kamzat Hamzat has that gear, man, and other people, I
Yeah,
think, are just not able to calibrate to where he's at. Seriously,
yeah.
I think it's going to
He's seen a lot more than the average person
if
for sure.
somebody is going to it's going to dethrone Hamzat, it's going to be somebody who comes from where he comes from and has that. I don't think it's going to be anyone else, man. There's no way,
Yeah,
in
you
my
got to fight
opinion.
that fire with fire type deal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some like loudmouth American who's like, yeah, I'm a wrestler
yeah.
or whatever. That's just not going to work, man.
It's
There's
not
no
gonna
way.
happen. Not
When you
gonna
look at
happen.
that dude's eyes, and
Yeah,
and when he talks, he's like the most mellow guy. Like, when you
yeah.
watch him interviewed, it kind of puts you to sleep. He's like, I just do this. You're like,
It's like, just give me the money.
just give me the money, and he
Yeah,
means it.
yeah. He's like, I
He's
don't care
not
about
putting
this.
on. He wants the money. He's going to go home. He invests the money into his community where he's
Yeah,
from, which is
yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
The guy creates a situation where kids who don't have a lot are able. I mean, the guy, he talks the talk and walks the walk. And I think,
yeah.
man,
Chechnya. I was thinking,
because
yeah,
I couldn't,
Chechnya.
I wasn't into DDPs. I thought DDP was, to me, really arrogant in a way
Okay.
that kind of made my skin crawl. So
Oh, really? Yeah,
watching him get
just
neutralized in such a utterly, like, possibly the most dominant performance from a contender fighting a champion I've ever seen.
yeah,
I mean, to see some guy come up and do that to this guy who's like, I'm the champion, nothing. He had
yeah.
no answer for it.
Yeah, I don't think anyone is like, even if they were saying Hamza moves up to fight Alex, that'd be a good fight. But I still think Hamza is just gonna grab him. He's not gonna try to box with him. He's just, I
No
think
way.
he'll just like rush him like he does to everybody. He just ragdolls him, and I think that's it. I think Hamza could probably go all the way. I don't know about heavyweight, but that's because he's not, he's big, but he's thin. I don't know what he could do in heavyweight, but light heavyweight, I think Hamzat
Would have been unbelievable,
killer.
man, is Hamzat versus John Jones like 5 years ago or 7 years ago or whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
That would have been really exciting to watch
Yeah.
two guys who are kind of both nuts.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
Okay.
like, they're both kind of like, once they get in there, they really want to hurt people.
Yeah.
And they're very
They're
capable of doing
they're
it.
there for the money. They're there to win, and then in and out. Let's go. Right. Yeah.
That would have been an incredible fight, man.
It's actually one of my favorite guys, man, Hamzat, just because he's just no nonsense. He just doesn't. He is what he is. Let's do it. Right. Let's talk about one more fight here.
Yeah, sure.
Let me get that up here. Yeah. What were you going to say about Hamzat?
So just to top that off, Beneil and Benoit, I think both are going to take a bunch of damage. I think that Beneil's experience is his benefit.
Yeah.
And I think that Benoit's aggression is, but Benoit's aggression has also gassed him, which if he
Sure.
gasses with Beneil, Beneil's going to submit him.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of where I see the go. I don't think Beneil's going to drop him in the stand up, but Beneil's got a great ground game, and they both have really good ground games. So
yeah, they do.
I feel like a lot of damage could happen back and forth, and I feel like it could end up being a decision for
I think so too.
Beneil, maybe.
Beneil decision. Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, that sounds about right, I think. Yeah. But we have to see how Beneil is, if, quote unquote, if he's over the hill, we don't know, right? But we think he looks good. He's looking good still. So let's see how that one goes.
He's a great dude, man. He's always like babysitting his kids with his dad clothes on.
Yeah. He seems like a good dude. I like him a lot.
He is a good dude.
And then let's talk quickly about Bo Nickel here.
Yeah,
I gotta go. I got a photo shoot at the restaurant at 12:30. Rodolfo Vieira, right? And we've got Bo Nickel here, man. What do you think?
So, man, what do you think? Tell me what you know about Rodolfo.
I don't know much. I believe, Bo Nickel off the loss, his first loss, right?
Yeah.
After smashing everybody, losing to DeRitter, and then DeRitter losing, right? Which is crazy.
Yeah.
He totally, apparently he was sick or something, but let's see what we got here. Yeah, so he's coming up. So this guy, Tresean Gore, is a Ultimate Fighter guy. So pretty good. Petrosian is pretty good. But these guys are, I wouldn't say, I want to say that this guy is the like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt that just like steamrolled everybody and then he lost because he gassed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to say that's him. If that's him, that's going to be a great fight. Yeah, I didn't do my research on this guy, unfortunately, but if that's him, he looks like it. I'm sure that's him. Let's check out his. Yeah, if that's him, he's amazing. He's amazing, but he's a big, strong, heavy guy, but he gasses out pretty quick.
Yeah, that's not going to be good with Bo.
Yeah.
So we kind of saw what Bo's weakness was. And honestly,
right?
I think Bo's weakness was inexperience.
Yeah.
Because Bo basically went from being this, this kind of rock star college wrestler.
Yeah.
To,
he's
obviously
team captain and like the king of blah, 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 right?
Yeah, like all of his,
good dude too.
A lot of Bo's, early wins, there's like low hanging fruit, right? I mean, that was pretty easy for him based on, as it gets ratcheted up. Obviously, when he fought, RDR, it was a different level. And I think that Bo, the one thing about him is Bo really, like the Dagestanis, I think Bo really thinks about what he's doing. And he really thinks about strategy. He's not a brawler. He's a guy that actually goes in with a game plan. And so my guess is I don't think Bo enjoys losing. I don't think he's used to it, right? I think he's like a super high level. And I don't know if he's undefeated, but like I know he's like a top wrestler guy, right? And he's always been smashing people. And he's the team captain, and he's a dad, and he's a leader, and he's so he's an alpha guy, right? So he's not. He is. And I think that Bo, based on his last loss, which was that was brutal. RDR just like basically just pummeled him into submit. That, the look on Bo's face as he was kind of wincing and getting pounded in the body was brutal. So I think Bo is the kind of guy who like the next day, if not later that same day, was already working on a game plan to never let that happen again. Yeah. He seems like that kind of guy to me. So if Bo has made all of, the corrections that he needed to from that, and he seems pretty mentally agile, I think he will, I feel like he's still going to head up. That was just kind of a check for him. An older guy with more experience, who was like a double champ in another promotion. So I feel like Bo, if Bo loses this, that's going to be
Yeah.
that means that Bo could end up being one of those guys who kind of hovers in the top 10. If
Yeah.
Bo dominates, then I think Bo's going to be back on the escalator heading up.
Yeah. I think I'm sure that this is the guy I'm thinking of. This guy's an absolute tank.
Yeah,
And
he
he's
looks like a tank.
like a world champ, BJJ guy. If
Yeah.
I'm wrong, somebody let me know. But I'm sure this is the guy who just came and steamrolled everybody. And then he did lose because he gassed, and then he got tapped out because he gassed. Yeah. I'm sure that's him. But the guy's amazing. Yeah.
The killer thing would be to see,
Yeah.
you know, somebody who's at that level with BJJ and somebody who's at the highest level of American wrestling.
Sure.
And just go and let's see which one works. Because obviously those guys are both representing those disciplines. So that's always interesting to see which one kind of neutralizes the other, or if they're on par, you know.
Agree. Beautiful, man. So I've got to split pretty quick here, but is there one fight that you're most excited about?
Man, I'm excited about a bunch of them for different reasons. Watching Islam fight is always is always kind of pivotal. Like usually I want Islam to lose.
Because it's so unlikely. Yeah. You know,
and Dustin, like you're like, man, you wanted him to, Dustin's a great guy.
Yeah.
But man, the weird thing is, as time has gone on, I like Islam more and more as a fighter, like as a person, just like his interviews. I feel like he was real awkward in the beginning, and he was overconfident in a really awkward way. And obviously English is not his first language. So, but I've really warmed up to him, and man, he's got a wicked sense of humor. Like he's actually a really funny guy. Like he gives everybody shit all the time, but he does it in a really subtle way. You know, he's like I think the streamer that was interviewing him, he's like, man, are you going to come pick me up from the airport if I come to Dagestan? He goes, yes, I come get you on my horse.
Yeah.
You know, he's always.
I watched that interview was the streamer dude. I know he's like a big streamer or whatever, but man, his questions were dumb.
This streamer was it was an imbecile.
Yeah, that guy was like,
you could just say it, Eddie. It's okay. He was an imbecile.
I'm sure he's a young dude. He's got like massive followers and stuff.
When Islam offered him a date to eat,
and
he said, I don't know what that is. It's like, really?
You know what a date is? Yeah.
Like, really? Like, are you 7 years old? I mean,
yeah, exactly. He probably is mentally. Yeah.
Yeah. And even Islam, and just the way that he talked to Islam,
and
it was like, it was really clear to Islam that he wasn't exceptionally bright.
Yeah.
And he's one of those guys whose arrogance kind of is on par with his ignorance.
Yeah.
So he kind of looks at you, and he kind of pretends like he knows what he's talking about, but it's like, dude, you're kind of an idiot.
Yeah, his questions were so dumb, and it's like, and he's interviewing Islam. Islam's amazing. And
why would Islam give it?
And the guy was just kind of like, oh, my chat wants to know that. Oh, your chat. It's fucking, you're talking to Islam, dude. This is ridiculous.
Why would Islam give an idiot like that the time of day, dude?
I think it's because Dana knows, the Nelk boys and all the young guys with lots of followers. They bring eyes. So I'm sure
I get it.
Dana's like, hey,
it's
Islam.
just painful. It's just painful to watch the process happen.
It was. I actually couldn't finish the interview. I tried.
Yeah, man.
Even like while I'm working, and I'll put like an interview on in the background. I still couldn't finish that one. I was like, and I love Islam. It's like, oh man.
Yeah.
But he's like, how come you haven't invited me to Dagestan? And Islam's like, well, just come. You want to come? You know,
even
go. Yeah.
Even Ariel Helwani, who gives me the shivers, like
exactly.
I could usually watch an Ariel interview for about 20 seconds before I have to check out, man, because
he's knowledgeable, at least. Yeah.
He loves the sport, and he knows what he's talking about. He just gives me the creeps as a human being. I just can't. Yeah, he's kind of like a dollar store Howard Stern. You know, like that's his idol. So he he imitates the way that Howard Stern interviews people.
Okay.
And just kind of prods them with, he's like, yeah, how does that make you feel? And you could just, his manipulating skills are so transparent. Like when I watch
Yeah.
him try to bait people into answers, it's like, man, you're giving me the creeps right now. Just like
When
talk.
Dana banned him and he cried on his stream, that was like, oof, that was pretty rough, dude.
For Dana, Dana's a really straightforward guy, man, and
Yeah.
he will answer any question. And if you're going to ask him a question, don't ask him a stupid question, because he's right there with you when you're asking him the question.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
When Dana basically banned before he fully banned him, he said that he can't be in my line of sight. Like if he's there, like he can't be where I can see him when he comes in the room. For Dana to despise a person that much,
that's crazy.
To just say, I can't look at this person, it's like, wow. And then for that guy to make it his mission in life to report on that guy's company. It's like, it's kind of weird, right?
Crazy. Yeah.
It's kind of weird, man. It's a weird thing.
That's crazy, man.
Anyways.
But yeah, brother, I think I'm going to have to call it here, because I got to go to, like I said, I have a video shoot thing. I know we registered with some company, and they're like, hey, do you guys want to come and do like a food shoot? And I was like, yeah, cool. How much? And like, no, it's free. I'm like, oh, then we're in.
Yeah, man. Nice.
Yeah. So we're going to be doing that in about 10 minutes. So I got to head over.
Dude, I could totally go
watching.
I could totally go for a burrito right now. Talking
anytime,
to Eddie, man, makes me want to eat at Eddie's Cantina.
What is it? It's Thursday, so at the very latest, I will see you this Sunday morning, if not before.
Yeah, man.
All right, brother.
I might see you tomorrow. I might come in and get a lunch burrito, maybe.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, anybody who's watching this, let us know what you guys think. Give us some critique and stuff, and we want to keep doing this. We'll do some in person. We'll do some. How you feeling now after this whole? You're all set up. You're grooving. You're at home.
Yeah, I'm good. I just got to get posters that don't fall off the wall, and I need to get a cool backdrop with somebody getting hit. I need to get
exactly. Maybe Ariel.
No,
Ariel Hawani getting hit. Yeah. All right, brother. Take it easy, man.
Yes, getting hit. Yes, that would be
yeah. All right, brother. Take it easy, man. I will see you guys next time.